I show up here on this unit is empty and you have everything cleaned up, I'll give you $1,000 cash.
Really?
I will. I'll give you $1,000. It's got to be empty. I got to be able to walk in this thing. There shouldn't be a thing in here.
Right.
Okay, that's your belongings.
Right.
Everything inside and outside cleaned up. Get it to the dumpster. Don't take it and dump it somewhere.
Oh no.
You get it done, and I'll give you $1,000 cash.
I can call somebody on mine. Maybe they pay them to come and load it or come and get it. They know me like.
All right, just don't have them taking it and dump it on some back road because they'll trace it right back here.
I'll have a paper statement.
All right, guys, we're here at Noah's place. He did some work for us on the GMC. Looks a lot better. Looks a lot more presentable. Looks really, really good. Heck yeah. How hard were these to put on, Noah? He said it took him 30 minutes to put them on.
Hardest thing was getting your mud flaps off.
Oh, you had to take the mud flaps off? So he said he had to take the mud flaps off. That was the hardest thing. These are bushwhackers. They were not cheap, but they were the best looking ones I could find. I didn't like the riveted looked ones. So these ones were right in like the $400 to $500 range, which is a lot, but 30 minutes install. I saw some of the other people were saying the other ones took a lot longer, but yeah, he said they went on really well. I think they look good. Makes the truck look really presentable going on to commercial properties. I am going to order the business decals to go on to the side there. We're just going to put Spencer Lawn Care Snow Removal. Heck to the yeah. Hey Savannah, get that check back from Noah. We got to reduce that price down we paid him because he said it only took him 30 minutes to put them on. I'm just kidding. Noah was so gracious as well. We had the oil spray appointment, and how far is Goods from you? 15 minutes? Okay, so it's about 40 from me. So I had an appointment for the truck. Noah was like, hey, I'll just run it over real quick. So he ran it over, had it oil sprayed as well. Got that all taken care of. So you're gonna see it all over everything. A bunch of you had questions about that as well. How well does it work? It works phenomenal, guys. It'll last you a season. You don't want to wash underneath the truck and wash it off, but it does help a ton keeping the salt off of things. And I'll tell you what, if you got to work on your truck, getting up under there, breaking bolts loose and stuff, like you guys have seen underneath this thing, it's pretty darn clean. So got a little bit of a wire hanging down there. I might throw a zip tie on it. I don't know what that's from. Maybe that was the wiring. There was some old wiring on this truck because it has a fifth wheel. It's under that plywood. And then they had a plug back here. So it was probably for, I don't know, some kind of fifth wheel trailer. So there you go. Big shout out to Noah getting that taken care of for me. I think the truck looks really, really good. Those bushwhackers, they got a rubber seal in here too, which is really nice. Gives it a clean look. Covers it all up. Good morning, guys. How are you all doing? On this sunny Ohio day, I could almost cry. Oh man, that's the first time we've seen the sun in probably what feels like a month. I'm not kidding you. So, extremely warm here right now. It's supposed to be almost 50 degrees here today, almost 60 degrees tomorrow. And yeah, there are some chances for rain and stuff, but none of that white stuff in the forecast. Anyways, gonna try to swing Mother Nature in our favor. And if you don't know, if you want a surefire way to make it snow, just take your plow off. So that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna take the Top Gun back blade off and see if we can trick Mother Nature into sending us some of that white gold. So I'll come back in just 1 minute, and then yeah, at some point here in the video, we're gonna go back to the rental property and see if that tenant came into my side. And I'm really hoping he did it, because if he did, we will be calling the police very shortly after that and making it a report. And yeah, anyways, following that route. Appreciate all of your guys' comments. And yeah, didn't realize so many of you own rental properties and had been in the rental property game. That was pretty cool to see. A lot of good information came through. A bunch of you emailed us, reached out to us on Instagram, shared a lot of information. I probably should have shared a little more in the video as well. That is not our first rental property. We have been in and out of the rental game since 15, 16, somewhere around there. It's hit or miss. Sometimes we're a little more active. Other times, you know, you got to pull back. So it just really depends on the market. And right now with interest rates up a bit, there aren't as many people looking to hop in. But that's all going to change here going into 25 because it's predicted interest rates are going to really start dropping back down. So that's obviously going to bring a lot more people back into the market. All right, guys, so I'm watching an auction on a storage facility. It's already out of my price range, so I won't be a bidder. But I'm curious to see where it goes. It's good information to know. All right, guys, so this is my first time taking it off. So got the pins out, came out really easy. I wanted to show you this though, because you have this button on the side. So you see the bar, as I lift it, it'll pull itself out. Once I get it kind of level, which I think I'm pretty close right there, now I'm just gonna go ahead and pull out. All right, I'm almost free and clear. I'm gonna go ahead and unhook my electrical now. So that was super simple. I mean, super simple. Literally 2 pins, electrical plug in, move it to where you get it level, which is nice because it has the battery. I can still move this. I'm not going to though, because I want to be able to pretty much back right into it. Move that out of the way real quick. Go ahead and just put these in here for now. Shouldn't touch anything electrical there. All right, I'm gonna put my covers on the electrical and I'll be right back. Here at Lowe's, it might be hard to see in the video, but I was thinking antique white. But if you don't notice, there's 2 different colors there. Those are both antique whites, but those are 2 totally different colors. This one's more like a eggshell, like a yellow almost tint to it. I don't like that. So I'm leaning more towards a light gray for the walls. So I'm gonna do light gray and then white, you know, trim on everything. So getting ceiling paint shook right now because we're gonna start with that. We don't wanna do around the walls of the windows until after we get the windows installed, because they're going to be putting new trim there and it would just be pointless. So just getting some supplies here, and then we're going to run over and actually check that place out, find out if they got into my unit or not. I'm really hoping they took that warning and don't cross that line, so we'll see. All right, guys, just pulled out of Lowe's, and I wanted to talk about something because I'm not a big fan of using credit if you don't need to. But they were running a construction, save 20%. My bill was like $256 and I saved 50 something bucks, whatever, just by doing it. And as long as I pay it off in 30 days, I don't get hit for any kind of penalty. So I went ahead and opened it up, saved 50 bucks, and went ahead and went on and just paid it real quick before I even left the parking lot and paid it off, which I would have used my business card anyways to do that. But I saved 50 bucks just by simply doing that real quick. It literally took 3 minutes. Are you guys fans of doing that? What other credit? This was like their construction, like Pro Plan or something. The black card, if you look up Lowe's stuff. Anyways, I guess it helps you as well if you're gonna place an order of $1,500 or more. You can get like free delivery, a bunch of different stuff. I'm gonna get a coffee here real quick. Starbucks was convenient, so that's what it is. Anyways, if you know of a card do you think is a great benefit, and that's what this community is all about, sharing information that others may not be aware about. Like, I didn't know about the smart switch key locks or whatever until yesterday. A gentleman commented and said, hey, I recommend these. Never even heard of them until he mentioned it. Then I looked them up and I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty cool idea. Anyways, if you know of a credit card that is a really good credit card to have, that you think can benefit others, drop it down in the comment section. You know, one that has perks, something, whether it's for fuel or, you know, maybe going on trips or grabbing those points to get free flights or whatever. Drop it in the comments and let everybody know. Me also. Me personally, I have an American Express that I use a lot. But I will say, if you are using credit, pay it off quickly. Do not pay those outrageous fees that they're charging you. I mean, I've seen some that are 22, 25, 30%, 35%. Like, there's no freaking way I'm paying that long term. Pay it off quickly, get the immediate benefits, and move on. So now let's go check to see, did they go into my unit? You guys want to comment? Do you think they went into my unit, or do you think they didn't? We will know very quickly. I know exactly what I set the heat at. I recorded it. I'll plug it up here now, and we'll see where it's at when we get in there. It is 3:30 on December 26th there, as you can see. Locked. All the windows are locked. Everything's locked. I set the heat on our side to 65. All right, guys, just got here. Have not checked. I set this at 65 yesterday. Still at 65. Still gonna do a check. Using my phone today. The GoPro does not like dark areas. All right, everything still appears to be locked up. So I wanted to talk real quick. This area here, not gonna be good for laundry. Simply, if we would get a leak, it would ruin everything below this in the living room, and yeah, just not gonna do that. I know some of you asked about that as well. I checked 24 hours later. They have not went into our side of the unit just yet. I guess we're going to see long term if that changes. I'm going to be going over there almost every single day. The video you saw all the way at the beginning where I offered him $1,000 to be out, that was an earlier video when we originally acquired this. I tried to be very civil with them. I gave them a date that if they were out by, I would basically give them $1,000 and tried to make it easier transition for them to move on to another place. And as of right now, we're getting very close to when they said they would be out by, and they haven't done anything. I mean, they haven't even picked up a bag of trash that's on the front porch. So it looks like that $1,000 offer is not going to do anything. We're literally just going to have to go through the legal process, and that's what we're going to do. The eviction, and that's a whole process itself. If you never dealt with it, every state's probably a little bit differently. Here in Ohio, you got to do 30 days, and then after 30 days, you have to give an additional 3-day notice. It's kind of like a last, last warning. And then after that, you go to court. The court will look at the case and then evict them. And then you go there basically with the police. They take everything out of the unit, put it on the curb. We can't throw it right into a dumpster, which I think is ridiculous. And this is why I said in yesterday's video, the tenants seem to have a lot more privileges than the owner of the facility or the owner of the house. Because once you put it on the curb, you have to leave it there for 48 hours. And then after 48 hours, it's basically like they've abandoned it, and then you can throw it into a dumpster. So you literally got to move the crap twice. And yeah, I think that's something for homeowners or up in the court systems, however they work on that stuff, that needs to be changed. I think if it gets to the point where you've given them a 30-day notice, a 3-day notice, and then have to show up there with the police and people and actually carry their stuff out and have them removed, I think at that point it should be able to go right into a dumpster, and that's just it. I think it's ridiculous that you have to do that process and then come back 2 days later, 48 hours later, and then put it into a dumpster or whatever and have it completely removed. But that's just how it is. But as of right now, where we're at, I know some of you are concerned, like, oh, this is why, you know, I don't deal with rentals and this and that. Guys, we've been doing this off and on over the years, like I shared at the beginning of the video. You're going to have bad tenants in anything you do, whether that's our storage business, whether it's our lawn care business. You just got to deal with it. And, you know, in business, any business, it's how much you can take and keep moving forward. That kind of like that Rocky, you know, you get knocked down, but get back up, keep moving forward. That's what business is. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. You just hope for more good than bad. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. And I guess I'll update you guys. I know some of you would message me like, is this going to turn into a real estate channel? I thought this was a lawn care channel. No, guys, this is not. This is just part of that and growing outside of that as well. We don't have any snow on the ground. We're not able to do any lawn care. Yeah, so this is just a next stepping stone in our business. And yeah, if you guys don't like the content, I'll gladly just move it on to another platform or something like that. And yeah, but it looks like a lot of you did enjoy it. The video did extremely well. We appreciate you all and love you all. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys and girls. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye-bye.